I've been playing Genshin for the last 3 years or so, and there's always been something that really bugged me about the game. And no, it's not the fact that I can't seem to get any 5 stars. That is a problem for a different day. But the question that's constantly been pestering me is, who the flip is Paimon?
Huh?
You guys might be like, dude, chill. Leave the giant floating baby mascot alone. But if you think about it, it's really weird. Like, why has Genshin and so many other people just brushed upon Paimon's identity for so long? What are they hiding? Is this all part of a greater secret plot? Stay tuned for the next episode of Dragon Ball Z Kai. Wait, wrong show. Or game. Most people just accept the creepy fairy baby who refuses to leave us alone. But seriously, what would Paimon do if she wasn't hanging out with us? She'd be homeless in like 5 days. But no, not me. There's something really fishy about those huge beady eyes and ear-piercingly squeaky voice. Am I the only one concerned about this weird floating baby? Sorry old Paimon lovers, but imagine you had a giant floating baby following you around in real life. It'd be pretty weird, wouldn't it? You conveniently first see Paimon after getting beaten up by some random lady at the very start of the game, being flung from the atmosphere straight into the ocean. And since that moment, Paimon has since attached herself to the Traveler, never leaving his side, hanging around like a lost puppy. Or parasite, trying to help us out at every opportunity. But here's the question, why is she helping us? And to be honest, Paimon's help isn't really help. She just follows us like a weirdo. This wouldn't be weird for anyone else to do this, because helping is a decent thing to do. But this is Paimon we're talking about, and she's just plain stupid. She's never really helped us in her life. She makes our life worse. She gets us thrown in jail that one time, gets caught on multiple occasions, signs us up to do borderline slavery quests. Seriously, these aren't fun, and I keep having to do everyone's chores. I never get to do what I want to do because I'm busy having to do all the chores that Paimon signs us up to do. If anything, she just honestly gets us into more trouble than we need. Almost as if she's sabotaging us. Like, she got some master plan brewing behind the scenes, and she's secretly an evil mastermind, like Darth Jar Jar, one of my favorite Star Wars theories. But how on earth am I comparing Jar Jar Binks to Paimon? But you will see in just a moment. But before you guys put your tinfoil hats on and start a conspiracy about a weird giant floating baby, let's go through the cold hard facts. Straight from the Genshin wiki. Don't judge my sources, please. Paimon is a deuteronagonist, whatever that word is. Put it on screen because I can't say it. Who tags alongside the Traveler on their quest through Teyvat to find our lost siblings, and is since the face of Genshin. Seriously, she is on everything from the logo, merch, anything you can put your mind on it. You think it's the Traveler, but no, it's Paimon. Isn't that kind of weird? You would think, the Traveler, the main focal point of the story. Why is Paimon taking all our glory when all she ever does is flip and scream like a baby? I'm not going pretty hard on Paimon, but you gotta understand, I've been having to deal with Paimon for 3 years now. Honestly speaking, it's like they're trying to brainwash us into believing she's a good guy. Do you guys really think she's a good guy? Despite Paimon's omnipresence in the marketing, advertising, and in-game, even with the Paimon mail system and the Paimon menu presented in-game, and the icon of Paimon's head, the character of Paimon is something of an enigma, and a mystery with regards to the plot and Teyvat. People just seem to accept her casually floating around and being a loud form of noise pollution. Even the way Paimon is designed and looks is very suspicious. Tell me, does anyone else in Genshin look like this? A floating halo, boots, and a cape? She can literally fly, and no one else in Genshin can do that. She's constantly flying around and floating. I've never seen her touch the ground once, apart from when she got arrested, which is pretty funny. Even in her mugshot, she's flying. You know what's weird? Even the Archons can't fly. Now don't talk about Neuvillette, because I know he flies, but he came out after the script was made, so I don't want to hear it. And the Wanderer, well, there's some flaws in my logic. But nevertheless, we still go on. But yeah, all of these people have limited flying time. There you go, I counted your point before you even put the comment down. Now, what do we get? So Archons can't even fly, and we only get a cheap wing glider, like peasants. Only Paimon is allowed to fly in Teyvat. Don't you dare think about it. So if you think about it, Paimon is more powerful than the whole of the Genshin universe. Confirmed? I mean, how does she possess such powers? Paimon even frames herself as the god of protection of Teyvat, but no one in Genshin has ever heard or seen Paimon before, let alone know of her existence. They all just think she's some weird off-brand Teletubby or emergency food. Like, you would think that since everyone just knows about the Archons and dragons, with Neuvillette being a dragon, maybe confirmed, I don't know, I haven't got to that point yet. But I did discuss it in one of my latest videos. I'll probably go watch that. It's probably outdated now, but hey, I made it, so go watch it. We've never come across anything even closely that resembles Paimon. No word has ever been dropped lore-wise on what Paimon even is in the many years you've been playing this game. We've gotten lore advancements on the Archon, Snezhnaya, Celestia, Fatui Harbingers, the Seven Sovereign, but none, not a peep out of Paimon. We don't even know what species Paimon is, and Paimon herself never even attempts to clarify who she is, leaving us in the complete dark, and instead flatly claims herself to be the Traveler's bodyguard. Excuse me, when did you become my bodyguard? And I never signed you up to do this job, because quite frankly, I don't see you protecting me from anything at all, flying baby. Honestly, you should at least pretend that your role is a bit better. Like, maybe you could say you're my secretary or something, but you know, bodyguard? Come on, Paimon. Anyway, back to it. I have come to the educated and very thorough conclusion. Paimon is a fraud and is trying to kill you. Yes, you heard that right. Run away from Paimon this instant. Ever notice how Paimon wears the same headpiece design as those statues? Like the statues the 7 you go to when you're about to die and cross over into the light. You know those really old statues? And those statues are super old, if not ancient. So that means by my detective skills, Paimon is a super duper old granny. And I've never met a stupid old person. Seriously, have you met a stupid old person? They're known to be super wise and whatnot. No, but Paimon is quite dumb. However, it kind of seems like she's trying to make us lower our guard. Hear me out, guys. My theory is that in every new region, the Traveler gets stronger and stronger. But just before Paimon reaches his peak, Paimon is going to swoop in and sucker punch the life out of the Traveler. Why do you think Paimon is always on the pause screen staring into your soul, waiting for you to come back? As a history buff myself, not really me, my scriptwriter wrote that, I hate history. I had to dig deep into the origins of Paimon, and I'm gonna be honest, I was not expecting what I found out. Paimon is actually a spirit named in early grimoires, which is basically textbooks of magic. And it was noted that Paimon's ability included, is a good part, making spirits appear, creating visions, flight, and even being able to remain underwater indefinitely. Doesn't that sound very familiar to a certain Paimon we all know and love? And if that's not the case, when we first meet Paimon in the lake, she wasn't drowning. She was pretending, wanting the Traveler to come and supposedly rescue her, as if she's trying to get close to him for some kind of purpose. And so pertains the damsel in distress or the drowning child card. Very mature, Paimon. You think I'm dumb? Only took me 3 years to come to this point. Anyways, we turn a blind eye to Paimon and her true nature. And in ancient history, King Paimon was loyal and obedient to only one person. And that person was Lucifer, aka the devil. Yes, so for my deduction skills, I would say Paimon must share a similar legacy. As they say, history always repeats itself. And major plot twist, I'm sure many of you probably would think as well, Paimon is probably the lady that knocked your block up and gave you amnesia, flinging your sister off to a different dimension or whatever happened, I don't really know. And now she is proceeding to follow you around Teyvat to finish the job when you're least expecting it. Seriously, I mean, look at the resemblance between this lady and Paimon. It's seriously uncanny. I mean, if you squint really hard, almost maybe, you can kinda see it. But do you know who you do not need to squint at? Wriothesley. Go watch my full video about this beautiful man. What?